we left our house and we went to our garage and we sat on our motorbikes.
So we just took a trip and
we're pretending.
We went absolutely nowhere.
Yeah. Or
And
did we? So we like to call it from our house to yours, but technically this is our garage to yours. So if you want the authentic thing, you can go out to your garage and sit up there if that makes you, or just not.
So if you're wondering, so why are we doing this? Why are you kind of playing in your garage and playing? Because you know what? I think you got to have some hope and you're going to have some fun. If we're all, this is like Friday night isolation tips. So we're going to tell you, you're going to have to, if you're stuck home with your family and with your kids,
and they're irritating you,
you're going to have to learn how to get along. Now I'll tell you something. The joy of the Lord is really your strength. And so you're going to have to learn how to, have some fun with your kids, play some games, sit on your bike, sit on your quad. Hope is probably one of your greatest allies. And in fact, in our church, we have a big sign up in the back that says, "There is hope in Jesus."
So we're all hope dealers.
Absolutely.
So we're dealing you some hope tonight.
We totally are. And we're not going to keep up going all night because go hang out with your family. Hang out with your wife, hang out with your kids, hang out with someone else. Watch a movie. We're going to go do communion right after this. And then we're going to watch a movie together. But just a few isolation tips as we do. First one is that you got to have some hope in your life. Mm-hmm. And you know what? Your kids need to hear, dad, mom, need to hear you proclaiming some hope. And husbands, your wives need to hear some hope from you. So listen to this. This is Romans 12, verse 10. It says this: "Be kindly affectionate to one another." Amen? So,
anyone else been challenged in the kindly affectionate department?
If you've been spending any time together, you've been getting on each other's nerves. Now, here's what we've been hearing a lot, like we're listening a lot to different broadcasts, different pastors, all that kind of stuff, and big names, blah, blah, all that kind of stuff. Truly, the Lord is cleaning up His church without spot and wrinkle. And so we're going to have to learn how to hang out together. And we're going to have to learn how to be a husband and wife together for a long period of time. And this is really, really good for this. Yeah. So, Colossians 3 says this: "Bear with one another, forgiving one another as Christ has forgiven you." So, husbands, you got to forgive your wives.
Wives, you've got to forgive your husband.
Yeah. And now, as funny as that is, for real, there's going to be some things coming up when you spend a lot of time with your kids or your wife or your hubby.
Yeah, or you're away from your job and you don't actually know how to be at home with your family, or you're a very busy person, so idle time can kill you, it seems. But it's not, you won't die. You're going to make it through this. This too will pass, but this is really our time to grow together. And some of the reactions that we have, they're based on the bombardment of fear all around us. They're based on us maybe not dealing with things in a kindly, affectionate manner.
Yeah, for sure.
So it's easy to bark at the ones that you love the most, but that's not the way to go.
There's actually some great room for tremendous breakthrough here with families, and especially with husbands, wives. How long have we been together? How many years?
25 legal years.
So 25 years. You know what? It's
There's
pretty
a
cool.
few illegal years.
Don't count. They're still good. Don't count. Yeah, well, that's not tonight's sermon. This is a quick one. But it's really good to remember why you were with your hubby, why you were with your wife, and remember the joy that you had with her, the joy that you had with him. And we celebrate being together. I know there's a lot of stuff that's going wrong right now in the world, and there's a lot of stuff with all this virus, but your husband and your wife and your family need to see hope from you, and some joy from you.
Your friends need to see hope.
They totally do.
Your family, your neighbors, just people need to see hope coming from you.
This is one of the greatest opportunities in our lifetimes ever to show Jesus.
Yeah.
So if they're seeing someone who's filled with fear, dread,
Anger.
doubt, anger, all this stuff, and hiding under the pillows, that's not going to preach real good. But if they're seeing somebody who really does have an answer in this time, an answer for the hope that's in them, which is you, then boy, how effective of a minister that person is. So do stuff. Man, sit on your bike, sit on your quad, whether you get to use the thing ever or not, irrelevant. Have some
fun. Sit on your
fun.
lawnmower. You're going to have to mow the lawn. Spring is coming, and then summer.
Now the Lord said this, He's come to give us each a future and a hope. So, if He takes us first, glory to God, that is the greatest future and hope that there could be. I don't think that's going to happen. So we're still going to have a spring. You're still going to have a summer.
Yeah.
Not quite sure what it looks like, but it looks a lot better when you're filled with hope and joy, and you remember why you're together with your family.
Yeah.
Amen.
Amen.
Okay. One other thing. This is really good. Jimmy Evans does something called Marriage Today, and it is very, very high caliber, very, very good. He usually charges like $800-900 for this. He's doing this one for free for marriages. Now the guy and all the people that he have are very exceptional, very funny. You will not regret if you watch this. This is April 2nd, 7 to 9 o'clock, and pretty much this. He knows that we're all stuck together.
And that we're not playing nice.
And sometimes it's not so nice. And not everyone has a quad or something that they can dream
or a
again.
lawnmower to sit on, or
Yeah.
puttering in your garage, or maybe
So-
you don't have a garage.
So believe it or not, he's having to, or we're having to learn each other again and learn how to treat each other. And so he's doing this broadcast that he usually charges $900 for free. April 2nd, 7 to 9.
Yeah.
Take it in, big time.
Marriage on the Rock. Is it called
Amen. It is called Marriage on the Rock.
that? Yeah, Jimmy Evans.
Yeah.
Write that name down. He's really, really good. He's funny.
Yeah, he is. I'm
Yeah,
going to look
he's a
up
good
something
preacher,
here.
and he has a passion to see marriages filled with passion, and that's a good thing.
He does. Amen.
Nice to see you all tonight.
Totally is. So,
Nice to be together again.
bikes, vehicles, quads, the snowmobiles, stuff like that,
Horses.
all that kind of stuff.
Dogs. Big
They
dogs.
are, well, not so much the pets. God watches how we treat our pets.
Yeah.
But the inanimate objects like the bikes and stuff, they're just things.
Yeah.
We can do without them. They're not going to be gods in any form. In fact, the Lord lets us enjoy stuff like that.
For sure.
And He takes pleasure in our pleasure.
Mm-hmm.
So that's all they are. They're just a thing. But you know, being able to dream, use your imagination again, and remember good times, and maybe even think of some times that may come up yet. That's really good for your marriage, and it's really good for your family.
Your mental space too.
Totally.
Like, you need it as well.
Amen.
When we got our bike jackets on, we even got our long underwear on because we're in our garage, but
Yeah.
it feels very much like if it was a nice spring day. I mean, Daren and I would totally be on our bikes.
Absolutely.
And we would take a little trip down to Plamondon and around, and we have little communicators, and it's just really, it's one of our favorite recharge times when we can do that.
For sure.
So tonight it felt like we were actually going out of our house, but we just went as far as our garage.
It's just an example for you for this. Don't dream
Don't
again.
be so serious.
Live again.
Lighten up.
Let your wife see that you've got some
Laugh a
joy.
little.
Let your kids see that you've
Yeah.
got some joy. Hey, let your friends see that you still have some joy. It goes
Yeah.
a long, long way.
For sure it does.
It's the hope in you that goes to the world. Now listen to this. The wisest man on the earth ever that lived, that God gave tremendous wisdom because He asked for it. He said, give me tremendous understanding because all these people, Israel, way too much for me. So give me a wise and an understanding heart. And God went, man, no one's ever asked that before. So I'm going to give you what you haven't asked for, riches and honor and notoriety as well. So this is Solomon, wisest guy ever. Here's what the wisest guy says. Live joyfully with the wife whom you love all the days of your vain life, which He's given to you under the sun, all the days of your vanity. For that is your portion in life, and it is your labor which you perform under the sun. Live joyfully with the wife who you love all the days of your vain life, he says. Live all the days with the wife that you love. Remember the wife that you love. Remember your kids. Remember your God who loves you so much. Remember your awesome church. Remember your friends. It goes a long way in marriage, remembering why you got married. The Bible even says this, remember the wife of your youth. Amen.
I would also say for you single people that are watching tonight, you know, you might think, oh, I don't have a wife, or I don't have a husband, or I don't. Okay, this is like being married to this awesome guy for 25 years. Enjoy your time together with the Lord, the time that you have with the Lord, because guaranteed every marriage right now, every family right now is strained, is stressed, and where we're losing our jobs, where just a lot of things are really uncertain, and it can come at us in our home. So celebrate the fact that you're still single. Thank the Lord for your spouse, your future spouse. And for those of you that are married, thank the Lord for your current spouse.
Yeah.
Thank you for who he is and all of his strange things that he does that are not just strange, they're wonderful.
On camera. Yeah. Okay. So, listen, the Lord bless you. We're going to go do communion as a family. We're going to hang out, probably watch a movie, Sound of Music, something like that. Think about it. Okay.
I love that movie. That's such a good movie.
The Lord bless you and keep you and make his face shine upon you. And Father, I'm asking that you would stir up the joy of our salvation again in the mighty name of Jesus. Lord, in each one of us, would you help us to remember, sense, and even live from that place of joy. Father, I thank you for the dreams and the visions. I know that you're cleaning up your body. You're removing things that don't belong. God, you are causing us to be a body without spot or wrinkle. Now, restore to us, Lord, the joy of our salvation. You are a good and wonderful God. In Jesus' mighty name.
Amen.
Thank you, Lord. So again, survival tip for the Friday night as you go to hang out with your family or hang out with someone else. I don't mean maybe not in person, but you can do it the same way that we're doing it like this.
We also, I'll say, we have our Sunday morning, so we try to do Tuesday prayer and then our Friday night like this, and then again Sunday morning. And we also are going to be going into something we're using, it's called Zoom, Z-O-O-M. And it will be something that we put out there that you can register for. And we're actually looking at doing small groups that way, because we can put, I think, 50 people on one screen and then break into other groups so that we can have connection, because we can just see you, right? Or you can just see us right now, but we still can't interact with you, and we really long to interact with you. So stay tuned for that. And for any of the motorheads out there, we are going to start one of the bikes because a spring sound is nice, but we didn't want to do it before because it kind of stinks.
We would asphyxiate and you just see us go, over like that. So I haven't fired mine yet in a little while.
You haven't done yours?
Well, I did. I don't know. Because this is live, I can't unedit it, so this has to work. We'll give it a whirl.
Okay, so listen to the
That was my chair.
That wasn't it. A nice sound of spring for all of us motorcycle people. We like to sit at the edge of your garage and start your bike. There we go. Woo!
There you go. It worked.
How awesome is that? Yeah. For us, that's the sound of spring. And so we want to bless all our biker friends out there. Say, hang in there. We're going to have time that we can ride bikes still. And for everybody else, just this too will pass. Stay close to Jesus. We've been doing communion as a family every night.
And we would encourage you to do the same thing.
There's a National Day of Prayer starting tomorrow. You can register online, and it's a virtual prayer room. So as far as I know, we join in just like this. You fast something, it's from 8 until 6. Tomorrow.
Now, another thing, if you're anything like us, as the days are going by, it seems like the more you appreciate Jesus, the more you appreciate each other, And although God's given us stuff like automobiles and houses
Thank you, Lord.
and whatever, a quad or a motorcycle, and they're nice, but they really seem to be losing their importance in our lives every day that we go by. This with you, cherish it. It's what's important right now. Thank you for the other stuff, God, but thank you for each other. Much blessing. We love you.
Amen. We'll see you Sunday.
Yeah.
If you are needing help or prayer, please reach out. Please don't just stay at home and suffer silently. There's people that care about you, and if we can help you in any way, we would love to do that. The Lord bless you.
Bye.
Bye.